Hey y'all, Sunny here,
Hey, this is Liv.
and welcome to
Colorful Situations,
a
a
conversation
conversation
about
about
love,
love,
marriage,
marriage,
and
and
everything
everything
in
in
between.
between. So, as you know, we're always using our feeling wheel just to check in with each other to see how we're doing because it is important.
It is.
So, how you feeling today, girl?
I am green.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling thankful
Mm.
because this is the day
That the Lord has made.
I'm feeling thankful. So I am green. I'm thankful for what we are doing. I'm thankful that I have someone to do it with.
Yay.
Thankful for relationships, for life, prosperity,
Yeah.
understanding, patience.
Yeah.
Uh, the color beams.
Y'all, that's y'all.
So let me change me here to green.
Okay.
Okay. How you feeling today?
Well, I'm gonna see you with a green. I'm gonna match you with a green because that's just what we do here. Uh, I'm green because I'm trusting. You're thankful, but I'm trusting. I'm trusting that the universe is gonna work everything out. That this is gonna reach who it needs to reach. That we are gonna be able to help each other and talk things out. And I'm just trusting that anything that I cannot change is already worked out for me.
For your good.
That part.
Drop it. We outside. That's a little inside joke. That's a little inside joke. We'll tell y'all about that later on. We'll tell you about it later on.
Yes. So, with all that being thankful and being trusting, we're gonna talk today about a little Tina Turner, some "What's love got to do? Got to do with it." Hey, is love all we need for a healthy relationship? You know, like, is that all? Just as long as I got love, that's we gonna be okay. And do you need more? Do you need more than that?
Of course you need more than love. Because love don't pay no bills.
Huh? Okay.
Love don't put gas in the car.
Okay.
Love can't pay your health insurance
Okay.
or your car insurance. So yes, you need more than love.
Okay.
You do need love.
Mhm.
Yes, you need love. Yes, but you need more than love.
Yeah.
You need more than love. So sometimes, well, I'm gonna always love you, but I'm not gonna like you. And sometimes that might turn into something strange. That might turn into something
Yes.
strange.
Yes, I can understand.
I'm gonna need some other things. I'm gonna need to know
Yeah.
that I have you and you have me in some other ways.
Yeah.
So in those times where that love is I'm sorry, not love. In those times where that like is on the red.
Okay.
On those times where the color is red for the day. I have something to fall back on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna come back, but yeah, I need something else to fall back on besides that love.
Yes.
So yeah, you need more than love.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, I know where there was a point in time for me where love was all. I would always say, as long as we got love, that's it. As long as we got love, we don't need anything else. Like we don't need anything else as long as we got love. That's all we need. Well, why would you need anything else? If love is the perfect thing and the one thing that we're supposed to give of ourselves, why would you need anything else? Well, that's where I was coming from.
Okay. Anthony Hamilton.
Okay. Hey, look, that's where I was coming from. But now I will say, not to get into my next little question, but I feel like I was saying that because of the definition that I gave love.
Definition of love.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I said that's all we need. So that's a good transition into what does love look like for you? And what does it mean? Do we really know what it means?
You know, when I'm talking about my marriage to my wife.
Of course.
So
the only
love looks like caring, vulnerability, support, trust, safe. Not to say that I don't know that love is also the other side of those words. Mad, sad, crying, snotting, angry. Not to say that I don't know that, but that's what it looks. It looks like all of those things to me. So
okay, all right. And do you think that society, us women, really know what love means?
Well, I think love means different things to different people.
Okay,
and it means different things to different women because everyone is different.
Okay,
someone may have grown up saying that love is hugs and kisses.
Yeah.
And we're going camping. Yeah. And we're going on trips. Whereas someone else, hey, love is I'm having a conversation with you. I don't have much to give you. Yeah. I can't give you anything financially, but I can have a conversation with you. I'm giving you my time and my attention. Yeah. So I think it looks different for different people and different women.
Yeah, I totally agree. So for me, what love looks like for me, the reason why I was telling you, the reason why I was always saying that love is all we need, my definition of love is really that First Corinthians, that love is patient, that it's kind, it's compassionate, it doesn't take any records, it's quick to listen, slow to speak, it's sacrifice.
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 What does sacrifice mean in love?
Well, I had to learn the balance of it. However, it means to give of yourself, to get outside of yourself, to do something not thinking of you first, but thinking of what it is for that situation, what it is for that relationship that you have, right? And some people will argue because, like we heard earlier today, we heard a video of a man saying, it's even unto death, like the death of pride, the death of just ego. Sacrifice just looks like stepping outside of that pride and saying, you know what? I love this girl and she got it. What? Say what? You want me to do what? The camping? You want me to hike? Say what? Say, huh? You got it.
I'm there with bells on.
You got it. Even though I don't like it, you got it. It's just like you say, giving of your time too, right? So for me, that's what it looks like. And do I think that we know the true meaning of it? I think it's very hard as humans for us to really walk in the true meaning of it. Just because there are so many things that come up that allow us to be egotistical. I'm the one that makes the more money. So I ain't got to sacrifice to you because I bring everything to the table. I am the one that cooks, cleans around the house, take care of you, take care of the kids, and do all of this. So, it's going to go the way I say it's going to go. I don't have to listen to your opinions or what you want. And I think that also the whole very quick to give up type of thing, because let's face it, this day and age, we are a popcorn, let me have it. Right. Or let me even take it here. We don't know the true meaning because everything that we see outside is so fake. Everything that you see on social media is so fake. The pictures are cropped.
Filters.
The waking up every morning and floating through the house and instantly getting dressed and instantly kissing your wife, and it's like, come on now. So I do think that maybe we don't quite know what it truly is because of what we got going on in this world as of today in social media?
Well, I don't know. I'm not necessarily, you know me, I'm kind of
Homebody. Don't really.
let me rewind. No, I'm rewinding.
Walk it to her own or beat her own drum.
I'm looking at social media. It's just entertainment for me.
Yeah.
So most of the time most of the time I do look at what's going on with me. What's going on around me in real life. I don't see that and say, I know that people put on for their city.
I put on.
I know that people do that for likes and content.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily count everybody out as saying this whole world of social media. I know that there are people that play into it and say, oh, I want to be this way, I want to be that way, because I see it on social media, not thinking it's not real. I know what's real for me in my life. I don't know what's going on the other side of everybody else's cameras, and all of this snapping and trying to get things together, but I know what's real for me.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
I could see that. So, moving on to our next thing, in knowing what's real for you, and now that you have an understanding of what that meaning is for you, that's a good transition into our next part. We know what it means to us and what it looks like. So, is there such a thing as true love, agape love, or unconditional love?
I do think that there is a such thing as unconditional love. And in thinking about this marriage that I've gotten myself into, that I've got old ball and chain.
Okay.
That makes it, we like to think that makes it unconditional.
Yeah.
And I feel like in my heart, it's unconditional. Listen, I'm getting old. I done got old. I don't have time to be out here in these streets fooling around with these people. So when we came upon this decision,
right,
it's unconditional. For better or for worse. Now it is two things in there that's not. I guess that doesn't make it unconditional anymore. But when it's something that comes down to, well, I'm not gonna say them. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna say what those two things are. But everything else is unconditional. Okay. So yeah, I do think there is a such thing as unconditional love because we want to love that way. Yeah, I want to love my wife even though she takes me here. Okay. So I have to love her that, as long as she don't do nothing too crazy. I have to love her up here because that's what I decided to do. Yeah. This is a life I chose. Yeah. And it's not unconditional just because I chose it. It's unconditional because it's in my heart. Okay. That's what I got.
Well, I'm going to channel somebody that I know that is close to my family. This person's going to know who I'm talking about. But they would say, F that, F love, because it's conditional. Okay. It's conditional. And reason being is that the expectations that we set, right? If I love you when you do X, Y, and Z. I love you when you make me feel cared for. I love you when I feel secure, right? So all of those things, when they don't happen and you don't love somebody, those are the conditions that you're taking away. So it's not unconditional.
But if you really love someone, are you taking your love away just because they didn't give you flowers one day? That wasn't love in the first place.
Well, I'm not saying that, but what about the hard nose that you have? The I need you to communicate with me when you're doing something, and then that person continuously does not do it, and then you're at a point where you're like, now I'm not talking to you because you didn't communicate with me because you said you was going to, and you didn't, and I'm sitting here like, well, what's going on? Whoa. Oh, okay, wait, I was about to turn my thing.
Girl, wait a minute. Yeah, let me get my fan because I got to have a fan. Girl, wait a minute.
Girl, give me back together.
You got a lot going on. Calm down.
So when you're all there, when you're there, then that is conditional because it does end to fair play. It does send a message to the other person that, well, dang, I done effed up. You ain't talking to me.
That's true.
So
those types of things, those issues, those hard no's. I'm just gonna say hard no. I'm gonna use my slave. I'm gonna use my voice as hard no because I don't want to get you riled up. But I mean, those hard no's that you decide, those are things that you have to think about when you're in a relationship with another person. Is this something that, do I really love this person? Because if I got a hard no, and that's where you talked earlier about sacrifice.
Yeah.
Is this a hard no that that's gonna take me out? I tell my wife all the time, if I'm not asking you to jump off a bridge or to pull out a knife and slit your throat, honey, there's no reason that you can't do what I asked you to do. There's no reason that you can't work to make me happy. I'm just, listen, you know me, I'm a little something. I don't know, but I'm off. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, now we done said our piece on that one. So we got a lot back and forth on that. You know, I do also feel like, let me just say this part. It is conditional. But I'm with you in the most part because I would argue that it was unconditional. Because I truly believe that when you love somebody and give your heart and your all, it's no matter what they do or what they say or whatever, to a point. Now, let me just say, disclaimer. If they're doing something to you, if they're disrespecting you, like nobody's saying be a fool. Nobody's saying get into the domestic side of things. No. Nobody's saying anything like that. But if it's just, and nobody's saying let somebody run the streets on you and be out there, right. Nobody's saying all of that. But if it is where my expectation is when you come into the door or when you go to the bathroom, you don't lay your clothes everywhere, but you do it. I'm not going to be hard on you and say, you know what I mean? So I do feel like there is time that you get to know each other, you get bonded. And what I like to always say, when you become a unit, that's where the unconditional parts and stuff come in. But when you're kind of still figuring it out and going this way or whatever, those expectations are just going to keep having you out here. And the love is going to be conditional. So we have that. So let's just jump into our resolve. You got a resolve for them today on this topic?
Let's see. I would say figure out what love means to you, what it looks like. If it takes for you to go and talk to your grandma, talk to your mom, your friends, or reading in a book.
Yeah, for sure.
Or just sitting and meditating for a while. What is it that I need? What is it that my heart needs? What can my heart provide to someone else? So just seeking out what love means to you, what it looks like, what do you want it to look like and feel like.
And once you find those things, the resolve would be learn how to communicate it very clearly. Learn how to communicate it very clearly to whoever you're entering that into and let them know, like, look, I am the type of person that needs to have this done. Like, hands down, I need to have this done. Are you willing to do that? And then when you're that person on the other side, this is my third takeaway. Be real with what you can and cannot do. If you can't sign up for a life of opening doors or for a life of bringing flowers or for the life of making what your partner wants important to you, don't sign up for it.
Yeah, so, that's a good one.
So learning what you want, learning how to communicate it very clear, and make sure that you can communicate if you can or cannot do whatever it is that person is asking for.
Yeah, I think those are good ones. Y'all know we did talk about today. So what's love got to do with it? What does love mean to you? Is it real love? Is it unconditional love? We want to know if these topics, if y'all can feel us, if y'all know what we're talking about. So just to kind of check your levels, as we say, if you're in the red with this, if you got something in the back of your head that somebody did to you a long time ago, and you was like, "Wait a minute, they told us no,
that was not unconditional love.
It wasn't unconditional love, and I was just a fool. Not just a regular fool, because we can be regular fools,
right? Right, but not the damn fool.
You're in the red.
Yes.
Now, if you think about being in love and unconditional love, and feel like you have a pretty good understanding, but you kind of teeter-tottering about what it really is for you, then you're in the yellow. You kind of safe, but we just need to get you all the way home to green, where you have a really good understanding of what it means to you, how you want to feel, and how you can give real love to someone.
Yes. So those levels are important, so that you know where you are and try to figure out a way to do something different. Now, we are interactive show. We do like to keep you abreast and involved. So we're asking that you go into the comments and answer the questions that are going to be down there, right? And or share. If you're in a situation now where you're like, I don't know if love is enough for me. I've been with this person, whatever, or I'm starting into this person and they just don't do this. And I really need this. If you want to share, please share, because we are a community. We want to help each other. And maybe somebody has gone through what you're going through or about to go through, and they have some wisdom words to help you with that.
Maybe they have some tips.
Yeah, maybe they have some tips. So the first question is going to be, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you was like, love is not enough, I need something else? Or even questioning, is this love?
Is this love?
Is this really and truly love? Because, as the people say, if it's real, you ain't got to question it.
If it's real, no question about it. You can think of it with your eyes closed, you can smell it.
Hey, the next question is, if you are in this situation or have been in this situation, how did you resolve it? How did you get over it? Help somebody to just get past it. Okay? And then the third thing would be, now that you identified that you were in it, you resolved it, how did you stay out of it? Like in the next situation that you were in, or the next relationship that you were in, what did you do differently that now you know you got unconditional, agape, 100% fight the power, let's stay together type of love? How you get there? Because we want to know.
I know that's right. Not to fight the power love.
Hey, it's us against the world.
I know.
Me and you.
That's a good one. Good, me and you against the world.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So today we talked about what's love got to do with it. And we wanted to know, is love unconditional? What is true love? Do you know what love means to you? And we came up with some resolves.
We did. We came up with some resolves. The resolve was really find out what it is you need, so that you can communicate that with the next person. Really know what it looks like. Really identify it so that you can say what it is you need. And once you have done that, if you're the person that's listening, make sure that you know that you can do what they're asking for you to do. If not, don't sign up and waste that person's time. Yeah, that part.
We want to thank y'all for tuning in today. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. And also drop down in the comments and let us know the answers to those questions. Are you red, yellow, green? And answer those other questions that Olivia posed. We will post those in the in the comments. So thanks for tuning in.
Mhm.
And remember,
Not all colorful situations are the same, but you have the power to change your hue.